Welcome into the Brooks Bench with your host, Brooke, aka Shiggy, and my co-host, Megan.
What's up?
If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share. Follow us on all social media at the Brooks Bench, and join our Discord link in the description. Now, we're here to give you guys our reactions on the transfer portal because today we are recording on April 8th. Was just crazy. A lot of good commitments. So let's get into it. I first do want to start off by saying, just going over the past commitments that have happened over the last couple of days, just briefly going over them and then kind of giving like a small reaction to them because we didn't get to talk about it really. Nyla Harris, she transferred to UNC. I like it. I was kind of surprised she transferred from Louisville, but I mean Louisville. Hey, I don't know. I like Louisville. And she was a 2-year starter, so that one was curious to me. But I like her at UNC. Clara Silva for TCU, transferred to TCU. TCU gets to replace Sedona. Different type
hmm
of player, but
Yeah.
six. I think she's 6'7", so they get there
hmm
big. And Clara Silva gets more playing time because Kenny did not use her that much.
Yeah.
Uh,
And she's young, so.
yeah, yeah, she's young. Yarden Garzon commits to Maryland. Great signing for Maryland. They're losing Shine Sellers. Garzon is a primary scorer. She was for
hmm
Indiana. She can shoot consistently from the three. I like it for Maryland. It's
Yeah.
good. You like it?
hmm Good size, can
Yeah,
score. Yep.
agreed. Jada Williams commits to Iowa State. Love this. Love Jada Williams. Loved
hmm
her in high school. I feel like we haven't seen her true potential yet. I feel like it's
hmm
just we just haven't seen it. We didn't get to see it at Arizona. But Iowa State was losing Emily Ryan, their point guard. And I just feel like Jada Williams isn't Emily Ryan with like effectiveness or consistency, but she brings a spark. Like she's not going to be this 3-point shooter like shooting threat, but she brings a vibe, like a quick tempo just vibe about her, which I think will be good for Iowa State.
hmm
So I do like that signing. Talia Scott goes to Baylor. Obviously, we know what Talia Scott can do. Crazy score, averaged 21
hmm
points in what, like 23 games.
Yeah.
I know she was injured last season, but any program that got her was going to be lucky.
hmm
So this is a really good signing for Baylor. Maryland also got Gracie Merkel. I almost called you Maryland. Oh my God, Megan, 6'6" center. You guys are.
Yeah.
I think you guys are doing some damage in the
I haven't
portal.
seen this girl play, really. I didn't watch any Penn State games. But it looks like she has a good
She's
shooting
efficient.
percentage.
Yeah,
So, and she's big.
that's what
If
you.
they needed help rebounding, so.
Whew, man, trust in Brenda Freeze. She'll
hmm
do it to you. Um, but today, a lot of good commitments. Okay, let's start slow and then go fast. No, I'm just playing. Danny Carnegie for Georgia Tech. Obviously, we know like all of Georgia Tech's in the portal, so we're gonna be like
hmm
talking about them a lot. Committed to Georgia. She was ACC Sixth Player of the Year, and she led Georgia Tech in three-pointers. So great signing for Georgia. Obviously, wanted to stay in the state.
hmm
Obviously, Kay Koval, uh, transferred to LSU, 6'5" forward from Notre Dame. She was a number 5 rated freshman entering the season. Obviously, she was playing while Maddie Westbelt was hurt. We saw glimpses of what she could be. Obviously, she was ranked high for a reason. Now she goes to LSU. Del Rosario is in the portal. Samaya Smith's in the portal. Anissa Morrow's going to be gone. There's I feel like it's a good spot. I feel like she
Yeah.
she thought this pick through.
Yeah. For
I'm
sure.
going somewhere where there ain't no one in front of me. No one is playing yet.
hmm
Yeah. But no, I this is a good spot for her. And then I think we're most shocked, Avery Howe. We didn't get to even talk about her entering the portal. Her and Kaylee Heckle. I mean,
hmm
like, how shocked were you on that?
Yeah, it was surprising. Like I think back to back days, like five of them all entered the portal from USC. And it just is disappointing because
Yeah.
you see potential with USC. They were young.
Yeah.
You knew that like with some time, like they were going to grow and get better. They obviously were going to need to recruit for the post forward position, obviously.
Hmm.
But their guards looked nice, right? Obviously,
Yeah.
you got to let Juju recover, but
Mm-hmm.
it there was USC was going to be good,
Yeah.
and then it just fell apart. I don't know what happened there.
I don't either. I'm still like confused. Like Heckle, I'm not as like I am shocked. Like I get
Hmm.
that. But like for her, I was telling you during the tournament, she should have had way more playing time throughout the whole
Yeah.
season. I feel like she wasn't afraid to score. Like we saw it when Juju wasn't like playing, like she was
Hmm.
hurt. Everyone was so hesitant to score. Like they're just like, oh, like Pat, here's the ball. But I feel like Heckle came in there, I was like, no, give me the ball. Like I'm gonna go to the rack. Like I'm gonna
Hmm.
score. So and she's a dog on the defensive end, just a pest, right?
Hmm.
So I understand like okay, if she wanted more playing time, but it's like girl, you were about to get a lot of playing time with no Juju and
Hmm.
all these graduates. So I am like confused on that part. Same with Avery Howe. I know she played more than Heckle, um, but she commits to Washington. Discord was saying that Washington has a lot of good commits coming in. So Washington could be a team we look out for. Another young team coming up. I know Washington made a little bit of a some noise in March Madness. Not a lot, but a little bit.
Hmm.
Um, so still shocked. I'm just like USC. You had something going. You had
Hmm.
something going there. Obviously, there's rumors that like they didn't want to play in a Juju ran offense. Yada yada yada. But hey, it is what it is. Next, Olivia Miles commits to TCU. Initial thoughts.
Um, I don't know. I feel like Olivia Miles really could have gone anywhere.
Hmm.
I think that her staying another year wasn't surprising. But TCU was a little surprising. I just didn't think that would be the fit for her. Um, but I know on Discord they were saying that the Seattle and Washington didn't have her number 5, so that's why she couldn't enter the WNBA draft. Although that's funny, I do think that it was a smart decision to come back. I think this year she didn't get to really show the old Olivia Miles the way she was. I mean,
Yeah.
Notre Dame was her team before she got hurt and
Yeah.
before Hannah Hidalgo came in. So
Yeah.
I think she's just looking to have that season one
Yeah.
last time before going into the league.
Yeah. I like it. I think she saw what TCU did for Haley Van Lith, and I feel like Haley Van Lith's draft stock went up. Not to say Olivia Miles needed any more of a draft stock rise. She was
Right.
projected to, but who really knows? A projection is just a projection, right? We don't know what the WNBA is thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, her agent said, "Hey, I don't know. I don't think that's true." Right? Um, and it's also like the WNBA is about to get a new contract. The rookies are gonna get paid more. Why, wait another year, you have NIL, all these other benefits, and you get another year recovering from a major knee injury.
Mm-hmm.
You're not always 100% the first year you come back. You're
Mm-hmm.
still getting used to playing, and doing and getting back to, the normal you. It's usually the year after, you come back. That like you're kind of getting back to normal, right? Like we see a more positive progression. So I like it. I think TCU can develop her like they did Haley Van Lith, get her back to when before Hannah Hidalgo, before Olivia Miles got hurt. Olivia Miles was her. Like
Mm-hmm.
hitting the game winners, like taking all, putting the team on her back. And I feel like Hannah Hidalgo kind of overshadowed that. So it's getting her name back to where it needs to be, leading a team and just scoring, getting back to her. So I like it. I mean, any team would have been lucky to have her, but this is a team she for sure will gets to lead, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
and lastly, Tanaya Latson to South Carolina, the greatest signing of all time. No, this is a great move. What I've been saying, like for this season, South Carolina needed a primary scorer. Like they have so many talented players, but not someone that's like, I'm gonna get it done. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like someone
At
they can
least
depend on.
consistently.
Yeah, they can depend on every single game. Like
Mm-hmm.
an Aaliyah Boston or a Camila Cardoso. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so Tanaya Latson obviously isn't a big, but she's comfortable with like, give me the ball. I'm gonna
Yeah.
score. Like,
She's led the
I'll do
league.
this.
Yeah, she's led the league in being like the leading scorer for the whole season. So it's
Yeah.
a great pickup for them.
Yeah, like I said, it's just someone that's dependable that feels comfortable with like I'm gonna score, get out my way.
Hmm.
I like it. I think it's a dynamic that South Carolina was missing this season.
Hmm.
I'm sure South Carolina isn't done. Um, I mean, but like, do you like the signing or
Yeah, I like the signing, and then I mean she'll still have 2 year, well, a year, and then she can decide to use her extra year. So I mean that's time to grow under Dawn and just get ready to like prepare her for the draft,
yeah,
right? So
it's a
I
great
think it's
spot
it's
for
a good
that,
one. Hmm.
right? Yeah, like you said, prepare for the draft. Like this is a really good spot for that. We all know Don produces pros,
Hmm.
so great spot. Now, with that said, we're still waiting on some names. Cody McMahon to be one of them, right? Heard it's narrowed down to three teams: Ole Miss, Tennessee, Kentucky, but Ole Miss is the front runner. And I just want to say, Ole Miss is sneaky. I feel like they're building this team. They're signing some good names out the portal, and no one's really talking about it. And once if they land Cody McMahon, they're going to be dangerous. They're going to
Hmm.
be Ole Miss is going to be dangerous. We always talk about how great their defense is.
Hmm.
Cody McMahon did that with Ohio State. Ohio State's a pretty good defense, right?
Hmm.
Add Cody McMahon to Ole Miss. It's going to be good. We all know how much of an offensive threat Cody McMahon can be when she's in her bag. I feel like it kind of when Jelani Cambridge went to Ohio State, I feel like she kind of got overshadowed a little bit because Jelani Cambridge had a great season. Let's be for real.
Hmm.
But we all know what Cody McMahon did her freshman and sophomore year. How do you like? I mean, like, what are you thinking if she ends up at Ole Miss?
Yeah, I think it'd be a good fit. I think Ole Miss, I mean, that's a coach that's, trying to build a new. Oh, she's just building a new program over there, and every year she's just increasingly getting better and better. I
Mm-hmm.
know that a lot of the people she was building that program around are leaving.
Uh-huh.
I know KK Dean is committing, Madison Scott's committing.
You mean
Um,
declaring?
yeah, declaring for the draft. So
Yeah.
they're going to be leaving.
Yeah.
So she needs some of those players that can come in and still help shape the new freshmen and stuff she has coming in. So.
Yeah. Curious to see. I think it's coming in the next coming days. The commitment. Other notable names we have Gianna Neepkins. We all know great shooter. I really think you know who needs a shooter is Texas. I don't know if she's gonna go to Texas. I'm just saying off the top of my head, who needs a good outside threat? Texas.
Mhm.
Sarah Williams, 64 from Wisconsin. They're saying she's the best basketball player Wisconsin has ever seen, women's basketball player. But she hasn't had a winning season. So go out there, maybe go to South Carolina. No, I'm just like Samaya Smith for LSU. I told Megan when she entered the portal, I was like USC would be an interesting
Mhm.
spot for her. USC needs a big, that's for sure. Okay. Tony Morgan for Georgia Tech. Kara Dunn, obviously from Georgia Tech. Both are in the portal. Keomi McMiller, still in the portal, but narrowed down her choices, rumored, to Tennessee, Auburn, Houston, St. John's, USF, and Florida State. Any of those teams stick out to you where you think you would want to see her at?
I know she likes playing that fast-paced game.
Yeah.
I kind of want to say Tennessee
Hmm.
would probably be a good one for her, but I can see Auburn. I can see her with Auburn as well. So
I
I would have to lean those. I would have to lean those two.
For me, I think I would like to see her at either Tennessee or Florida State. I feel like with tonight Latson leaving, obviously it leaves Florida State wide open.
That's a good point.
But Tennessee, I feel like Tennessee's building something over there.
Hmm.
And it's just again another quietly building like another team people might underestimate coming into next season. So to have a dynamic score like that would be nice for Tennessee. Aaliyah Guyton for Iowa. A lot of people were surprised. She was a freshman, but obviously Iowa had a lot of veteran experience that she had to play behind, but she's a solid 3-point shooter. And then Bria Cunningham, I just want to shout her out because I feel like she was always a package deal for Jada Williams. Her and Jada Williams, they played high school together and then, went to Arizona together. So I'm curious to see where she ends up because obviously it wasn't Iowa State.
Mm-hmm.
And then Medina Okah for Mississippi State, 6'6" center, linked to South Carolina a lot, which I would not be mad at that. That would be great for South Carolina. I know their bigs are good, but more
I
depth,
know.
good.
I know, but how much depth do you need? You got Watkins coming back. You still got Chloe Kitts.
Yeah, but off of ACL, it's not like she's gonna be like 100,
Yeah,
100%. ACL's the tough injury to come back,
that's true. That is true.
So, the more the merrier, right? Why turn it down? Tamia Scott from Middle Tennessee, and then Marta Suarez from Cal. She had a pretty good season with Cal. And then she narrowed down her choices to TCU, Ohio State, Notre Dame, and North Carolina. TCU in the transfer portal Avengers. Okay? I won't be surprised if she commits there. I'm not gonna lie to you. TCU does it. They just create all these great teams from the portal. It is what it is. Any team you could see her fitting into more?
Probably North Carolina. They could use a score.
Okay. Maybe. I don't like Notre Dame or Ohio State though. I don't think
Mm-mm.
those are good fits. And then I did want to point out Kylie Kitts entered her name into the transfer portal. Chloe Kitts' little sister. Do not contact designation. 6'4" post player, number 25 recruit in the 2025 class before reclassifying to class of 2024. Will she go to South Carolina? Let me hear in the comments. Is she going to South Carolina or is she carving her own path? I would like to know. Because Discord's saying she's a better shooter than Chloe Kitts.
Mm.
But Chloe Kitts' fadeaway jumper, I like it. I think it's pretty
I
nice.
know she did it a lot towards the end. To
It's
fade away off
over
one
the
foot.
years, I think it's gonna get better. She's gonna
Yeah.
develop it. I could see it. I could see it. And then there was a rumor I just wanted to kill. A lot of people were saying maybe Tessa Johnson was gonna hit the portal, maybe Phil Wiley, maybe McDaniel, but it was Sakima Walker for South Carolina that entered the portal. Will there be more? Maybe, but that was a rumor that was flying around. So yeah, we just wanted to give you our initial reactions to the portal news. I'm sure once like McMahon uh decides where she wants to go, or Neepkins or Smile Smith will come back. But we're transitioning to WNBA stuff, guys. Follow us for that. But the transfer portal has been crazy. A lot of crazy commitments. I remember like every time I see one, I'm like, oh my God. Like I always share it with Brooke and Megan, and then they get all mad. No, I'm just like. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and we'll be back for more probably transfer portal news. So, peace.
Peace.